if the game was getting a bit spicy or something like that, and the players would go up to him and say, "Ref, ref," and he would literally they would, "Don't talk to me, don't talk to me." And we've had a few that literally would go, "Don't talk to me."
Are you allowed to tell us the story real quick, just jumping straight in, what Cleverly told you on the first day of the season? It's
very good.
Are you allowed to tell it?
Yeah, of course I'm allowed
Oh, I
to
love
tell
it.
yeah.
Go on.
Okay, so it's the first game of the season. Who do we play? Aston Villa. So it's Aston Villa. So Mike Dean's the referee, okay?
I love it.
Everybody knows Mike Dean's a character anyway. Like, we all know Mike Dean's a character. And in the build-up to the very first goal, okay, I think there was a little bit of a bad challenge, a little bit of a bad tackle or something, but he allowed play to continue kind of thing. So the plays continue, we've carried on going, and then we've scored a goal kind of thing. So Clevs is sort of still in the middle of the pitch sort of thing. And as he's buzzing, like, he's obviously buzzing, you know, we've just scored, we're taking the league in the first game of the season. And he's walking back about the halfway line. Mike Dean comes bowling past him. Assist for Mike Dean.
It's the fact he's referring to himself in the first
So
person.
he's just buzzing off the fact that he's sort of allowed play to go on, and then we've gone and scored from it. But Clevs has come into the changing room afterwards. Lads, listen to this. Listen to what Mike did. Oh, mate, we were crying. It was world class, honestly. It was world class.
It's so good. I want to give a little shout out to Tubesy. Tubesy's just done a fucking amazing interview with him, like on YouTube. You know, he does his good Ange. What is it, Ange and
Tubes and Ange.
Yeah, Tubes and Ange.
Goal
Yeah,
flag.
so good. If you guys get a minute, go and check out the Mike Dean interview. It's mad because with refs, like they're a bit of an enigma, especially to people that aren't in the world of football. Like we never hear from them, never kind of even hear them talk. Like, but Tube says to him on that show, he says, "Why don't you just come out after a game and just give an interview?" And he gives a really good, like, reasoned response and just says, "Because the press will never want to speak to us after we've had a good game. So it'll only be once, like, the
controversy. They just want to get a bit of dirt on it, kind of thing, basically, and that's their sort of reason why they cocked up, basically, don't they? Yeah,
They're not
explain yourself, kind of thing.
They're not going to be like, you gave so many good decisions today. Like, talk us through that. Like, what's your relationship with refs? Do you get on with them?
Yeah, sweet. To be fair, like the refs all seem to be. I remember, like, years ago, you used to get a few arrogant ones. I can't remember any the individual names or anything like that, but you used to get a few real arrogant ones where if the game was getting a bit spicy or something like that, and the players would go up to him and say, "Ref, ref," and he would literally they would, "Don't talk to me, don't talk to me." And we've had a few that literally would go, "Don't talk to me." But no, I think they're like the new breed of refs that have come through. They're wicked, honestly. They're class. They're just normal blokes, kind of like they are. They're wicked. They're just nice guys.
It's weird because I asked you just before we come on, and you've actually got a positive opinion of Mike Dean, haven't you? Like, because I would imagine the players' perception of him to think that he's a bit of a knob.
No. He's bubbly. He's a nice, bubbly guy. He's one of the good ones. He's the kind of, like, you need people like that in the game, kind of thing. Because he's got a bit of character, a bit about himself, kind of thing. Like we were talking about the celebration one where who was it that scored the goal?
Tottenham scored.
Tottenham scored, and he's run off giving it all the
celebrating with them. You seen that clip?
Yeah, that's when he's an assist.
He's buzzing exactly that, because he's made like a good decision to let play continue, let it develop, like they say, kind of thing. And then they've gone and scored from it. But no, I think refs nowadays they're all good eggs, to be fair.
There's a ref recently. I'll be interested to hear your opinion on this. They reffed the Champions League final. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Go on.
They reffed the Champions League final, and then they got a tattoo of the Champions League trophy on them. Have you heard about this?
Clattenburg. It's world class, isn't it? Oh, that to me is a little bit big time. That is a little bit over the top. Like, that's a bit self-embellishing, isn't it? If you're getting a tattoo of that's a little bit over the top. To be fair, he was always a decent guy. Like, I liked Mark, but you could tell he had a bit of an ego about himself.
Oh,
sure.
really?
Well,
Yeah.
You have to if you're getting like the Champions League. Like,
yeah.
Just for reffing it as well.
Yeah.
Like, he could have done that before the game because he would have reffed it regardless once he knew.
Yeah.
What's that? Is he retired now? You think he's retired? He went out to Saudi, or he went out to Qatar or something like that. Got paid loads for going out there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Reffing.
Not too sure. Who was the guy? There was that Bobby Madley. You know Bobby Madley.
yeah.
He went to the Danish league, didn't he?
Yeah,
and then he was under some controversy, so he went back. I think he's now coming back to the.
That never came out fully, that did it?
No, he said a joke in a WhatsApp group or
Is that
something.
what it was? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was on YouTube the other day when I was hungover, and I was watching him. I think he was in New Zealand, and I was watching him give the pre-match kind of pep talk to his fourth officials and stuff. it fucking blew me away. It is so.
Any given Sunday, emotional.
Is it like a pep talk kind of thing?
Yeah,
Like,
it's just so good. Like I don't think refs get enough respect from fans and stuff like that. I think they're.
do you know what? Right. Well, I was captain the other night for our game, and what we normally do is before the game, the captain will get everybody in a huddle. And you have to do like a team talk kind of thing. But you're talking like not just the team, you'll have all the coaches, the manager. There might be 35, 40 blokes in this massive huddle, yeah? And you've got to stand basically in the middle of it and do the team talk kind of thing. Yeah, come on, you've been training, blah, 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 blah. I hate doing that kind of thing, right? It is so daunting, honestly, right?
I can imagine it'd be great. You have the
I'm
GoPro
great.
out.
I swear, I'm great, right? If we're not in a huddle and nobody's particularly paying attention, I'm always talking and screaming, shouting, and come on, boys, you're going to be amazing, all that, blah, 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 blah. But I was captain the other night, so I had to do it. Just before kickoff, Clevs came to me because Clevs is normally captain and he does it all the time. And he does some world-class speeches, honestly. He did one the other week and I was like nearly crying. It was that good. Honestly, it was incredible. It was so good. It was before the first game of the season. It was so good, right? It's like he'd rehearsed it within an inch of his life and he executed it as well.
Do you think he had though? Like,
Incredible, without doubt. To the point afterwards, I went, "That was the best one I've ever. That was incredible!" And everybody was laughing. And I was going, "Honestly, it was incredible. Like I've never heard anything so." It was so good. So anyway, right, it's my turn to do it, and I'm shitting myself. Honestly, I'm shitting myself. I hate it. It's so pathetic. But anyway, he came up to me and he went, "Ben, do you reckon we should doing the team talk before the games and just save it for like the big games?" I went, yes, we should. Oh my god! And so I got off of it just from that last minute thing.
I'm
Boom,
surprised.
buzzing.
I didn't think you'd get the
I
nerves.
know.
for that.
I nothing else but that. If you've got to do, it's like public speaking kind of thing. Do you know? You remember when you saying about doing like a stand-up, like jokes and sort of thing? Mate, that would be my worst.
pressure's
that,
on.
That would be horrible.
It's I guess it's when people are expecting something
Yeah,
from you. If you're just having a
expecting.
conversation, but
Think of the YouTube content for that though. If you did have the GoPro, they're all in a circle and you're just going around. This is Sparta moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that would be good actually. Yeah,
There
or
we
even
go.
just put it on the floor or something. And I'd just
Yeah.
keep rotating around it or something.
there was one ref. I heard this story. I might have heard it on the Spotify podcast you used to do, Football Legends.
Yeah.
It might not be though. There was one ref. I can't remember his name. He said that he'd gone to ref like a Europa League game or something and there weren't many fans there. But he said that every time he gave a decision, the fans cheered. And he do you remember this?
I think
And
so.
and he
Yeah,
he,
his
he
last
believed
game.
they'd come over to watch his last
I
game.
think it was it Graham Poll? Wait, no, who was it?
Yeah, it might have been Graham
He
Poll.
was saying that it was his
Old
last.
school, that.
his
Yeah.
last- it was one of his last games. He said there was an extra loud cheer at the
Oh,
end.
that was at Anfield.
Yeah,
that was at
Anfield,
Anfield.
yeah.
Liverpool had won 4-0, and all the fans going crazy at the end. And he said it did sound that Anfield was just that little bit louder, and I think they knew it was my last game.
It's so bad.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
the other one was there was a Europa League game, and there was a small amount of English fans in some like Serbia or
Yeah.
somewhere like that, and he thought throughout the game they'd come to see him because it sounded like they clapped more at his decisions than any of the goals. Mental.
They're going to get 2 years of him scoring 35 goals every year. They will.
Do you
It's
think?
It's as
What, even
simple
at
as
his
that.
age now?
Yeah, but mate, he's a joke. He's not like I know his age might be 36, 35, 36. He's still a 30-year-old. He is. He's a 30-year-old.